What if the most dominant tight end of our generation never stepped on a football field? Imagine an alternate reality where Travis Kelce's name isn't synonymous with Super Bowls and game-winning catches. How drastically would the NFL landscape, and especially the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty, be altered without the one and only Travis Kelce? The Kansas City Chiefs dynasty as we know it simply would not exist. That's right, one man's absence could unravel years of unprecedented success in Kansas City. Today we're diving deep into a world where Travis Kelce chose a different path, and the ripple effect across the entire NFL is absolutely wild. Picture this. No Travis Kelce. No legendary connection with Patrick Mahomes. No game-changing plays that led to multiple Lombardi trophies. It sounds unthinkable, but this what-if completely rewrites the past decade of NFL history. Before we erase him from the story, we have to remember who Travis Kelce really is. We're talking about a future Hall of Famer, multiple-time Super Bowl champion, one of the most productive tight ends in NFL history. He changed what it means to play tight end. Not just an extra blocker, not just a safety valve. A true WR1 in a tight end body. Route running like a wide receiver, toughness like a lineman, and chemistry with Mahomes that felt almost telepathic. Off the field, Kelce became a cultural icon. The New Heights podcast with his brother Jason. The celebrations. The commercials. The viral quotes that had Chiefs Kingdom and the whole NFL world talking. Now imagine all of that gone. No Kelce jersey era in Kansas City. No magnetic personality attached to the Chiefs brand. Just a massive empty space where a legend should have been. Let's start with the Chiefs offense. No Travis Kelce means the Mahomes, Hill, Kelce trinity never forms. Andy Reid's playbook still looks dangerous, but it is missing its ultimate cheat code in the middle of the field. Those third and long plays where Mahomes buys time, roll right, flips it to 87 who just somehow finds grass. In this universe, that pass is going to a tight end who is solid, not special. Maybe that drive stalls. Maybe that field goal replaces a touchdown. Maybe that playoff win becomes a playoff loss. Think about the big moments. The crucial third downs in the playoffs. The red zone choice routes where Mahomes and Kelce see the same thing before the snap. Without Kelce, those reads are slower. The windows are tighter. Defenses crowd Tyreek Hill even more because they are not terrified of the tight end spot. Could Andy Reid adapt? Of course. He is still one of the greatest defensive minds ever. Maybe the Chiefs lean heavier into running backs in the passing game. Maybe they invest more in another star wide receiver. But are we talking about a consistent dynasty, or just a really good team that wins once and then fades? Now zoom out to the whole league. Kelce changed the way front offices looked at tight ends. Teams started hunting for the next Kelce. Guys who could split out wide, live in the slot, and dominate linebackers and safeties. In a world without him, the bar for the position is lower. We probably talk about tight ends more as complementary pieces, not true offensive engines. Maybe another team rises while the Chiefs fall just short. Maybe the Bills break through. Maybe the Ravens or Bengals stack more playoff wins because there is number 87 wrecking their coverages. The 2013 draft looks different too. No late-round steal at tight end who becomes an all-time great. Scouts might point to that class as weak at tight end, instead of this is where a GOAT was found. Kelce's entire era of football just erased. Now let's talk about us. The fans. Chiefs Kingdom looks very different in this alternate reality. There is no Kelce safety blanket for Mahomes early in his career. So if Mahomes struggles in a big playoff game, the national media pounces even harder. Can he win the big one? Is the Chiefs' offense too one-dimensional? Those takes get loud without Kelce bailing the team out again and again. Think about the big quotes and viral moments that bonded this fanbase. No Dads, Brads, and Chads line. No post-game speeches where Kelce grabs the mic and fires up the entire stadium. No iconic touchdown dances that instantly turn into memes. The New Heights podcast never exists either. So the Kelce brothers never become the NFL's favorite sibling duo in the same way. Less crossover into pop culture. Fewer casual fans wearing Chiefs gear because they love Travis Kelce's personality. Media coverage of the Chiefs changes too. Without that superstar tight end, maybe the narrative becomes Mahomes versus the world. Or maybe people start calling the Chiefs a team that wasted some of Mahomes' prime by not giving him a truly elite security blanket. The entire conversation around this franchise just feels heavier, less fun, less swagger. So if he is not on the football field, what is Travis Kelce doing? You know this dude is not living a quiet life. Maybe he's a reality TV star, hosting some wild dating show or competition series. That personality is made for a camera. Maybe he leans into fashion and entertainment, building a clothing brand, showing up at red carpet events, being that larger-than-life character, just not linked to Arrowhead. Or maybe he goes full entrepreneur, running businesses, doing appearances, still the life of the party, but for a totally different audience. Either way, the world probably still knows the name Travis Kelce. But it is not tied to third down conversions, Lombardi trophies, or legendary playoff performances in red and gold. Without Kelce, someone else in Kansas City has to step up. Maybe another tight end gets more targets and becomes a fan favorite. Maybe a mid-round wide receiver turns into Mahomes' go-to-safety valve instead. But here is the thing. Even if someone steps into the role, they are not replacing the soul that Kelce brought to this team. You can find production. You cannot copy that chemistry. You cannot fake that energy. We also lose so many little moments that made this run special. No goofy Super Bowl parade quotes. No sideline banter between Mahomes and Kelce that makes the whole league laugh. No viral celebrations that kids copy in their backyard pretending to be 87. The Chiefs might still be good. They might even still win a ring. But that sense of a true dynasty, fueled by the Mahomes and Kelce connection, that is probably gone. So what does this all tell us about the real world we live in as Chiefs fans? It shows just how fragile greatness is. One player decides to stick with football, fights through the setbacks, and suddenly an entire franchise and an entire fan base are changed forever. Travis Kelce did not just put up numbers. He redefined a position. He helped build a dynasty. And he gave Chiefs Kingdom a highlight reel of memories that simply do not exist in any other universe. So the next time you see number 87 motion across the formation, line up in the slot, and snag a clutch catch over the middle, remember this what-if world. Because it makes our real timeline feel even more special. We are watching something we may never see again. Drop your takes in the comments and join the road to 5,000 subs here on Kansas City Chiefs Today.